So, just giving yourself a minute to arrive, to be in this space, and maybe just to take a second to listen to the body. What does the body need to do right now in order to settle in? So, you may need to make some adjustments, or maybe a nice stretch might feel good. So, just letting your body tell you what it needs to do in order to settle in for the next half hour or so. And if there's any adjustments you need to make throughout the meditation, just really attending to that. There's no need to sit with discomfort. There are practices in which that might be the focal point, but that's not our work. We're really approaching our bodies with a sense of respect and honor and compassion. So if there's something that becomes tight or needs to be shifted or stretched, or a gentle, loving squeeze, some tender words to yourself, please feel free to do that throughout our time here. And then when you feel like you are ready, just allowing your gaze to shift inward. And just becoming aware of your physicality, becoming aware that you have a body, that your body is more than just a transport vehicle for your thinking mind. And so you could do that by breathing into the body and letting the breath, and this is a contrived, exaggerated breath, letting the fullness of the breath inform you about what it's like to have this human body, feeling the edges of your body, feeling the weight of your body. And as we sort of begin our practice, we want to be mindful that the thinking mind might be quite busy. And so when we notice that it's busy, there's no recrimination. The mind's just doing its thing. But we do want to redirect it. We want to bring it back into the physical sensations of the body so that at the end of this, we haven't wondered where the time has passed. Because we're inviting a sense of presence in our own life. We're inviting a sense of being able to enrich our lives by taking in all that is available in the present moment. That's what our practice is about, finding the joy in every moment. And so we really have to show up. We have to be present in order to experience the joy. So just right now, feeling the joy of your body sitting here. How amazing it is that we're sitting here. And just inviting your awareness to kind of become curious about the body right now, just noticing what feels tight, noticing any sensations throbbing or clenching or clinging, and seeing if you can invite maybe a gentle softening. It doesn't have to be much, just a little bit. Just imagining putting down the armor a little bit for a few minutes. And today's meditation is based on a poem by Dogen, who is a 13th century Japanese Buddhist monk, who invites us into contemplation of our physical nature in this beautiful poetic way. And we'll begin by inviting awareness into the body and noticing the posture that we're in. So if you're in a sitting posture, you just might consider the base that you're sitting on as the triangle, the base of a mountain, feeling your connection with the earth, through the sits bones. Perhaps if your legs are touching the floor, the cushion. And if you're in a lying posture, feeling the full support of the earth beneath you. So we're experiencing our physicality as a mountain, part of this beautiful poem. And feeling the way a mountain stretches from the earth to the sky in the presence of our own bodies right now. Feeling our connection with the earth beneath us, the ways in which we're supported and held. Rising up through the channel of our spine, up through the top of the head, the crown chakra, and connecting with the immense sky. And seeing if we can find the traits or attributes of the mountain in the body. If we can find a sense of steadfastness, of the immovable mountain in our bodies at this time. So it's like an adventure of curiosity, looking for this sensation of steadfastness, feeling the sense of the body as a mountain. And perhaps we can imagine the depth that comes with a mountain, that it has a surface area that is exposed to the elements, much as our skin is exposed to the environment. And then it has this incredible depth which is untouched by eons. Erosion may happen, but that happens at the surface, but the core of the mountain remains constant. So finding within yourself that sense of constancy. Experiencing this present moment through the lens of constancy. The part of you that is inviolate, unlike the surface, the deep part of you, unaffected by the weather, the changes, the cycles of the seasons. And can you sense in your own glorious body a sense of this unperturbed nature of the mountain that bears witness to time passing while remaining constant and steadfast? Can you feel that in your own dear body? Just allowing the events of the world to arise and to fade without reacting to them. The mountain doesn't react to the deer grazing on the surface. the goats climbing its peaks. That's all at the surface. It has nothing to do with the depth of connection with the earth that supports it. Feeling into that sensation of stability. Connecting that with the breath, if that helps you to deepen your experience of that stable base. Driving the breath down to your connection with the earth. And just check in with thinking mind and notice if it's become engaged or if you've drifted off into thought or planning. And very gently welcome yourself back to the experience of the mountain, the experience of this glorious fortitude in the body. And gently now shifting our awareness to the heart and experiencing what Dogen calls heart like an ocean, the vastness of an ocean held within your beautiful mystical heart. Seeing if you can find the qualities of water in the heart. Feeling the tides, the ebb and flow of sorrow and joy that we experience throughout our lifetimes. The flowing nature of the heart that opens up and becomes wider and more vast, more expansive. Perhaps noticing even now that emotions rise and fall just as the tide comes in, goes out. And yet the heart has this almost infinite capacity, just as the ocean is almost infinite in nature. Can you sense the flowing nature of love? Can you feel the turbulent nature of the heart at times when the waters are choppy and difficult to navigate? That too is a quality of the heart. And noticing if any resistance arises and making space for that too. That too is a quality of this moment. That too is available in the present. So there's no need to push it away nor to engage it, but just to allow it to be present as you continue your exploration with curiosity and compassion. Sometimes the heart, like the ocean, is difficult to navigate. We may feel sometimes adrift without points of reference. Can you sense the depths of your heart? Not only is it broad and vast, but it is deep. And there may yet be treacherous parts of the heart where none dare enter, where even we feel some trepidation, some shallows, some riptides that perhaps at times make us turn away from our true nature of love and from the vastness, the enormity of what the heart can open to. You might imagine traveling to the center of your heart. And just as with the vastness of the ocean, you might look out from every direction and not be able to see the edges. And is that a place where you can be comforted? Can you feel comfort there? Or is it frightening at times to know the vast capacity? Can you look out from the center and in every direction see only love? Only the love of your mystic heart. And Dogen also instructs us as we move our attention now to the mind, of mind like the sky. And this one gets a little tricky because we want to allow ourselves to observe the mind and the qualities of mind without getting trapped up in its busyness and noise. Can we find the expansive nature of mind without being trapped by thought? Can you sense into the wide open space of the mind when it is unburdened by all the chaos? And because we've engaged the mind, it's so easy to fall into storytelling or narrating or judgment or evaluation. And that's okay, right? Because that's what the mind's designed to do. And especially in times of stress, it gets overly busy. But we just want to invite it to quiet so that we can experience this light, airy quality of floating that is also the birthright of the mind. Almost like we're saying, shh. And there is an unperturbed quality to the sky as well. And can you find the mind that is unflapped, unflappable by the changes in the weather? And clouds drift across, and lightning may rumble through, and it may hail, but the sky is unperturbed. These things arise and fade, pass through, always transient. Can the mind be like the sky and rest in awareness as events occur, without engaging, maintaining its equanimity? And the sky always knows light. If the sun is setting in some part of the sky, it's rising in another part. There's always light, even when there is darkness. Both always exist and have found a way to coexist together. Can the light and the dark in your mind coexist? Can you feel the full, expansive nature of resting awareness of the mind? And in a moment, we'll transition out of this practice. But before we do, let's keep ourselves company here with the beautiful words of Dogen's poem. Body like a mountain, heart like the ocean, mind like the sky. And as we begin to transition out, we might invite a question about Which, if any of these traits are something that we might carry with us into the rest of our day? Which of these traits might be a touchstone in times of challenge to remember our steadfast nature, our vast flowing heart, or the expansive mind that greets every passing cloud with equanimity? Expanding our awareness now beyond the experience of this breath, letting our lungs fill up with air and letting that air inform the fact that we have this entire body, this entire amazing body, feeling the cushion beneath us, feeling the earth supporting us, noticing any changes in temperature that we might notice throughout the body. Welcoming any sounds that we might hear in our environment. And before we end, bringing to mind all the suffering in the world. And if we felt any benefit or insight from our practice today, offering that benefit to those who are having trouble finding ease, those who may feel alone, fearful, angry, sending some small benefit of ours out into the world to help ease their burden. And in doing so, connecting with our own wisdom and our own true nature of love. This be the place that we live from, and may this be the place that we love from.